What if you could get your hands on the official playbook for building AI agents, straight from the world's top AI labs? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to synthesize the brand new guides from OpenAI, Anthropic, and more into one single practical framework. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. When these labs dropped their guides, developers everywhere took notice. The community on Reddit was buzzing, calling them insanely valuable and exactly what I was looking for. The secrets are officially out.
All right, so what's the secret sauce? What does it really take to build an AI agent that actually works well? We're about to break down the core principles from all these expert guides into a super clear framework, and we're going to do it all in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, first things first, let's get on the same page. What even is an AI agent? You hear the term thrown around all the time, right? But the key difference is simple. A chatbot just talks. An agent takes action. And OpenAI gives us this beautifully simple definition. An agent has 3 parts. It's got instructions, that's what it should do. It's got guardrails, that's what it shouldn't do. And it's got tools, that's what it can do. It's that combo that lets it actually get stuff done for you.
To really hammer this home, Anthropic gives us a great way to think about the difference. On one side, you have a workflow. That's like building with Legos by following the instruction booklet, step by step. It's predictable. An agent, on the other hand, is like giving the Lego bricks themselves the power to decide what to build. That's the huge leap into real autonomy.
Okay, so we know what they are, but how do you actually build one? Well, it turns out that pretty much every agent, from the dead simple to the wildly complex, is made from the same fundamental pieces. Think of them like your essential Lego bricks. And here they are, just 3 core building blocks. First, the model. That's the LLM, the agent's brain, where all the thinking happens. Second, you've got the tools. These are the agent's hands, letting it actually interact with the outside world. And third, the instructions. This is the agent's rulebook, telling it how to behave. Now, when you're picking a model, the brain, the advice from the labs is super clear. Start with the most powerful, capable model you can. Get it working first, set a baseline for performance. Then, and only then, should you start messing around with faster, cheaper models to optimize for things like cost and speed. Now for the tools, the agent's hands. This is where an agent gets its superpowers. Seriously, a tool can be anything from a simple web search to pulling data from a database, or even executing a piece of code. This is what turns a model from a passive chatbot into an active problem solver. So you've got your building blocks. How do you actually put them together? You know, interestingly, Anthropic points out that the best systems don't use some crazy complex architecture. Instead, they just combine the basics, using a few simple but really powerful patterns. First up is prompt chaining. It's pretty much what it sounds like. You break a big task into a series of smaller steps, and the output from one step becomes the input for the next. This is perfect for stuff like having one LLM call draft some ad copy, and then passing that output to a second call to translate it into another language. Next, we've got routing. Think of this pattern like a smart traffic cop. The first thing the agent does is classify the user's request, and then it routes it to the right specialized tool or model. You could have a customer service agent that instantly figures out if you have a billing question or a technical one and sends you down the right path from the get-go. Pattern number 3 is parallelization. This is where you run multiple LLM calls at the exact same time. You can use it for speed, say by having different LLMs work on different sections of a report at once, or you can use it for better quality by having a few models tackle the same problem and then vote on the best answer. This really boosts your confidence in the result. And our fourth pattern is the evaluator optimizer, which is just so clever. It creates this little feedback loop. You have one LLM that acts as the creator, writing a response, and then you have a second LLM that acts as a critic, reviewing that response and giving feedback. The creator then improves its work based on the critique. It's like an automated writing and editing team. So once you get the hang of these single agent patterns, you might need to scale things up. You might need a whole team of agents working together. This is where we go from building a single Lego model to constructing an entire interconnected Lego city. When you're using multiple agents, there are 2 main ways to organize them. First is the manager pattern. This is a top-down approach. You have one central manager agent that delegates tasks to specialized worker agents. Think of a boss and a team. It's great for putting together complex reports. The other approach is the decentralized pattern, where all the agents are peers and they just hand off tasks to each other as needed. This works really well for things like triage, where the first agent figures out the problem and passes it to the right specialist. Okay, now we have to talk about what is arguably the most critical piece of this entire puzzle: building agents that are safe and reliable. Because when you give an agent autonomy, you absolutely have to have guardrails in place to stay in control. The big idea here is that you need layers of defense, not just one silver bullet. OpenAI's guide lays out a whole set of guardrails. You need classifiers to keep the agent on topic and stop bad actors from hijacking it. You need filters to protect sensitive private information. You absolutely need tool safeguards. This is a big one. For any high-risk action like deleting a database or sending an email, the agent must ask for user confirmation. And maybe most important of all, you always need a plan for a human to step in when things go wrong. So if you remember just one thing from all these guides, from all these experts, make it this. Start simple. Build your agent one piece at a time. Only add more complexity, another pattern, another agent, when you can actually prove that it makes things better. Don't over-engineer it right from the start. So there you have it. The playbook is open. You have the fundamental building blocks, the core patterns that actually work, and the safety principles that the world's best AI labs are using right now. The only question left is, what are you going to build first?